You see the imagery on the television set and you say, why are we doing this? And there's no answer. That led me to begin organizing against the war. First, marches, draft setter. Second, try to get the general opinion changed in Middle America.
John Gage protested the military draft while he was a student at the University of California at Berkeley. By 1969, he was at the heart of the anti-war movement.
During the spring and summer, a group of friends of mine and I talked about what we could do. And we came up with an idea that would focus on the universities. Call a day of fast, just a way for someone to indicate they were against the war. But when it came to November in Washington, that simple idea about a day of fast turned into a massive outpouring.
The organizers called it the Vietnam Moratorium. Protesters from all across the country converged in Washington, D.C.
When people arrived, they would go to the Arlington Cemetery. They would pick up a placard with someone's name who had died in Vietnam. And they'd put it around their neck and become that person and walk from Arlington across the bridge, down Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. When they reached the White House, they'd stop, turn directly to the White House, shout the name of the person.
Andrew Johnson, Illinois! Charles Reed! Herman Deshain!
And then continue to the coffin we placed at the base of the Capitol, where they'd place the name of the person in the coffin. My responsibility was the rally at the base of the Washington Monument. To organize that, we worked day and night. None of us realized how many people from Middle America would arrive in Washington.
The answer was 1 million, the largest demonstration in American history.
It was wonderful to see so many people mobilized to change the course of history. What was most impressive about it was to see how many of us there were, to see this vast sea of people who had all come together from far away. I hadn't been in Washington since, as a boy, my parents took me on our little pilgrimage to the monuments. And here I was looking up again at these monuments in very changed circumstances.
Sometimes new soldiers would come and tell us what was happening back in the States about the marches. What I didn't like were the ones that were rooting for the other side. I mean, it's one thing to say this is a war, get our guys out of there. That's another thing to be waving North Vietnamese flags, because then you're supporting someone who's trying to hurt me.